Hello everyone and welcome back to Katawa Shoujo. The microphone's turned a little bit too far away from me. And we're at the school gate.
Hi.
We've made it to the stable school. It's been blown up a little bit in that area over there. Ben, do you have anything to say?
Could you be loved and be loved? Okay. In fact, the gates in general seem to do that, but this one especially so. That's psychedelic right up there. Look, it's rainbows.
I should have practiced my Misha voice before we started.
No!
Everything's wrong.
Red bricks, black wrought iron, and grey plaster. Assembled into a whole that didn't feel welcoming at all. I wonder if it looked like what a gate of the school should look like, but I couldn't really decide. Probably no.
It looks like they're just trying to keep the outsiders out so they won't murder all of the students.
Other way around.
That's true too.
It's the Xavier School for Gifted Students.
and there's also
He's an X-Man.
There's always Kenji.
Kenji is an X-Man. Of course, I didn't want to get stuck on thinking about the gate for too long. Entered through it with a brisk pace that felt surprisingly good. Moving forward feels good. Exhilarating.
Oh yeah, Austria.
Oh yeah, it's the
Forgot about Austria.
It's the old Austrian flag.
I hope Tony's happy.
Does he comment on it?
Tony, comment on this. This is your line. This is your
So I walked through the main building of Yamaku Academy, and with this brisk pisk, I'm alone, as my parents had taken my stuff to my dorms, and there's supposed to be someone waiting for me. The grounds are incredibly lush, filled with green in Austria. It doesn't feel like the kind of grounds a school would have, more like a park, with a clean walkway going past trees and the smell of fresh, lush cut grass and all other park-like things.
Flush cut grass, yay! Flush cut grass, yes, well done.
Flying flesh planner.
Yes, this is a flying flesh planner.
Words like clean and hygienic pop into my mind. It makes me shudder. Sanitation. I shake them off. Stay open-minded. It's your new life. You have to take it as it is.
That, I think, is an air conditioner. It's falling out of the window.
I think it's a very surprised window.
But there's a shadow coming off.
Yeah. This is actually something falling out.
That is definitely something falling out.
This guy picked the best one for... That's what I tell myself. A few big buildings loom behind the leafy canopies. Too big and too many for just a school. But a fort. A stage. Everything seems off. It's different from what I thought I knew about schools. And then a bullet pierces my side. In an uncanny valley, even though I was told this is my new school, in the back of my head, it doesn't feel like one. Instead, it feels like a bullet as it all goes black once again.
What is that?
That is Genoa.
Alright. I was trying to figure out what was going on there.
It needs a red streak going down to be Genoa.
It's England.
Shh.
But I'm trying to figure out where it's going. What happened to it? Why is it just cut off?
I don't know. Carry on. I wonder if the feeling is real or caused by my expectations for a school for the disabled. Speaking of that, I don't see anyone else here. It's kind of eerie. Makes me wish there was somebody here so I could anchor myself to something tangible, instead of having this feeling that I stopped into another dimension.
The trees are in fact not tangible.
They do look... everything is watercolor right now. The trees, hum with the wind, and the green hues flashing all around me catch my attention. It makes me think about hospitals again. How they say that operating rooms are painted green because green is a calming color. So why am I feeling so anxious despite all this greenery? For it's an ambush! Pew, pew, pew. The shooting air conditioner set us. Only after I stand and rot in the haughty main buildings, I surprise myself by realizing why the gate is bothering me. It was my last chance. I had to turn back. Even if I had no life I could return to, I could have walked into a new one. A brighter dawn. But still, after entering, there was absolutely no way. No way I could come back anymore. Feeling nervous, and with this realization set in my head, I opened the front door. We went through the window. A tall man with a bad posture notices me as I enter. We're the only people in the lobby, so it's only logical.
You must be... Nikki?
Nakai.
So yeah. Excellent. I'm your home science teacher. My name is Muto. Welcome.
We exchange a handshake that is neither firm or sloppy, as he looks at his watch.
Nurses asked for you in brief check-in visit. There's no time left for that now.
Oh. Should I go later?
Yeah, sure. Afternoon's probably fine. We should get going along and introduce you to the rest of the class. They're waiting for you already.
Waiting for me? I don't like being the center of attention, but I guess it's inevitable in a situation like this, petty mortals. Somehow, not knowing what was waiting for me makes me feel really nervous. Thinking of this, I almost miss what the teacher is saying.
Do you want to introduce yourself to the class?
Does it really matter?
I think this is more just an introductory choice, but we're gonna save anyways.
No mistakes.
This is what gets us on the Kenji routes.
Kenji likes exclusive people. I remember that.
So, which one? You're the choice maker in this.
Well, since we talk in such a pompous state and dress as petty mortals, we must introduce ourselves.
Yeah.
Yes, sure. I mean, isn't that normal, petty mortal?
Yeah, I'm sure. But not everyone likes to be at the center of attention, you know.
I'm probably one of those people, but I guess we should be the one to get the first impression of ourselves.
You know that's not true, Hisao. You just listen to your own voice.
Yes. I'm just sitting here, curled back in a ball, speaking to myself like Gollum. Right. But it's no problem.
Okay, let's go then.
My heart is pounding in my chest, and it keeps me thinking about my condition as I follow the teacher up the stairs. The third door down on the third floor corridor is marked as a classroom for class 3-3. Muto opens the door and enters hastily. That is a very confused man in the background. He is thinking about dinner.
Good morning, everyone. I'm sorry I'm late again.
We had a chemistry teacher like that. I hesitate for a split second at the door, freezing on the spot. Get a grip. This is a big step. I know that. But there isn't any point to worry so much about it. At least not this soon.
I can do Muto's voice because I just pause whenever I can't read something. I'm just like, okay, give me a second. Got it.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's our class. That painting. Do we click again? What are we doing?
Okay, we did it. Everything's fine. Nothing's gone wrong.
Let's go with the big question first. Is that a guy?
The bow says no.
Yeah.
The bow is the main factor here. It says no.
That person has David Bowie eyes. Why is he dead? That person got mugged.
Yeah.
That person's wondering where their hand went.
What was going on?
That person has a sword. A sword
That lady
cane.
has really big eyes.
That person's a murderer. That person's a victim. And that person's really confused about what's happening in between.
Okay. Did you beat this?
I follow the teacher into the classroom and look around partially, so I won't have to meet the curious gazes of my new classmates. Petty mortals. It's pretty spacious. The ceiling is unusually high, and there's lots of space left over around and in between the desk. An entire wall taken up by blackboards, and the high, old-fashioned windows only make it seem larger. The students' desks are just standard wooden desks, with a shelf underneath for books and wooden chairs with metal frames. Simple and efficient. I stop walking in front of the classroom and face the other students. They all look normal, like students in any other school. But then, why would they be there? To be a victim. They're probably like me and have something wrong with them. That person just looks very, very, very angry. I think they want to kill me.
She's very curious about that person.
Oh my!
Hold on. Everything's fine. Everything's fine in the world.
Mortal, what have you done?
I scrolled too far.
I
hit the mouse. I just poked it. I poked the mouse wheel and everything went wrong. It's good to know that up is the way to go back and not down.
They're probably like me. Something wrong with him. Only it's just not immediately obvious. Then I noticed that one of the girls seemed to be missing the thumb on her right hand, and it's jarring.
She's murderer too.
It's a little jarring.
Do you see it? There's murderer too, Brennan.
Yeah. That person just has no legs. But yeah, that one looks really angry, and then that one looks fat and passed out. That person looks like an antagonist in Yu-Gi-Oh! They probably caught
They
that.
can see that. They can see that.
Crap!
They can see it.
I yelled.
Is it gonna go away? Or is it gonna stay there forever?
I think you can close it.
I was just wondering if it would go away on its own. Maybe we should turn off Skype while we're doing this.
Yeah, why didn't we?
Because we didn't think of it.
Despite the natural tendencies to listen when someone's talking about you, I tuned out the teacher's speech halfway through while she introduces me to the class.
She? I'm a she?
You are a woman, Muto. You are whatever I say, mortal man. I noticed a flash of dark hair and see that something is looking at me. A girl with really long straight hair. That is pretty eye-catching. As she looks back at her, she covers her face with her hand as if it will make her invisible. Definitely that one.
Yep.
Blech.
You got a new line of text.
There's one boy with a cane leaning against the locker at the rear of the class. It's weird seeing someone so young with a cane. Another girl seems to be making some weird hand motions. Sign language or speaking in tongues. She peers over the rims of her glasses and goes back to whatever she's doing. Her arms are crossed out, so she just waddling her arms. It's like she's doing the chicken dance.
That is in fact a sign. That is a sign for chicken. Well done.
That is the backwards chicken. She's kind of cute. So this cherry-looking mortal with pink hair sitting next to her. She's really hard to miss. I don't know how I didn't notice this mortal the moment I walked in.
Please welcome our newest classmate.
He claps his hand, and so does everyone else except one girl in the first row who has only one hand. I cringe a little, but hide it by bowing in thanks and applause I did not deserve.
I am clapping with one hand.
I just picture he lightly vomited to this girl, this amputee. Like he's an absolute horrendous person. He's a monster. This person looks drugged out. Look at their eyes.
Well, she is missing everything except for that one hand. That's also gone.
She's Anakin. She's Anakin.
Yay!
Collective silence tells me I should have opened my mouth now. Greeting mortals, I am Hisao Nakai. And after that, My hobbies are reading, soccer, and domination. I hope to get along with you well, with everyone even though I am a new student. And after that, I'm being so boring. This is exactly like every self-introduction ever. I should say something more exciting. I end up saying nothing and the teacher picks up from there. Everyone seems to be satisfied, even with what little I said, though a few girls are whispering to each other, throwing glances at me. It could have been worse.
They have glass eyes, so they're actually throwing, like, picking up the glass eye and throwing it at him. Throwing glances.
That person's outright baked. They
I
are
agree.
drugged up.
I agree.
High as a kite. I listen to the teacher as he drones about getting along while letting my gaze sweep across the classroom. Everyone seems to be listening to him intently, and when he's done, they clap their hands again, which feels like a weird thing to do. That first row girl collapsed on this round with one of her hands against the other end of the bandaged stump. It's effort.
Just do this.
A for effort. It makes me feel a little bad.
I'm gonna be doing some group work today, so I'll give you a chance to talk with everyone. Is that okay with you?
Yes. It shall suffice.
That's good, that's good. You can work with Hakamachi. She's the class representative. There's more on me. Okay. She can explain anything you might want to know, and who else wants to be, and who else would be able to do that better, right?
How could I know? The teacher passes out the day's assignments and announces that we will be working in groups of 3.
The teacher just passes out.
And you thought she was baked. It hits me that I don't know that Hakamachi is slow. The teacher tells me, seems to catch my helpless expression.
It's actually Hakamichi. I pronounced it wrong. I threw you off track. I'm sorry, Vinay. All right, Hakamichi is right there. She's named Hakamichi.
As she calls out her name, the cute, bubbly-looking girl with bright pink hair and gold eyes waves her hand at me. I take a seat next to her, by the window. I will shoot you. I will take this spoon, yes, spoon, and I will shovel out your organs if you make that face again. Greetings! I guess you're Hakamichi, right? It's nice to meet you, petty mortal. And that's where all the viewers leave. It wasn't the doctor's voice. What? I'm caught off guard by her laughter.
It's nice to meet you too, but it's nice to meet you too, but I'm not Hakamichi. I'm Misha. This is Hakamichi Shichan. I have to perfect it. As good as Nobi did at the end of his.
Giggling, Misha's point to the girl next to her. The one I saw using sign language before. It looks like she has been staring at me this whole time. She nods once nonchalantly to show that she acknowledged my presence, but only barely. She has short but carefully neat brushed hair. That doesn't look neatly brushed at all. A for effort, mortal.
Yeah.
The point bounce on the tip of her dainty voice and dark blue eyes that seems to only alternate every few seconds between analytical and slightly bored.
Maybe she wanted it to look like that way.
Probably. Greetings, mortal.
In that case, that would be skillfully brushed instead of neatly brushed.
Well played. She immediately looks at Misha, who smiles and makes a few quick gestures with her hands. Hakamichi nods and makes a few gestures of her own. She makes some of these noises. I started to wonder the teacher was messing with me, saying things like, you'll be able to talk to people, and who is better to explain things to you?
That's true. I think he was. I could see a little confused, right? But I understand why you think I was Shi-chan. Shi-chan is deaf, so I'm the person who translates things back and forth for her. I'm an interpreter. She says it's nice to meet you too. You're a new student, aren't you? Well, Shi-chan, of course he is. If he wasn't, he would be. If he wasn't, he would have been standing up. He wouldn't have been standing up there for no reason, right? Right?
I am your new guard.
Seems like a very interesting person, doesn't he? The microphone is blocking my view.
It really is.
we need to just like sit it up here.
You can unscrew it from this part. It probably made noise when I touched it. Sorry.
We knew there was going to be a new student, but we didn't know you would be here today so soon, Chan, right?
Chan.
Yep, it fits, doesn't it?
Did I say it out loud? It's just a surprise. I've never liked a nickname, then I won't like you.
I think the voice is making me a bit loud.
It is.
I like it.
I will destroy you and paint the wall with you, mortal.
It fits! I don't know what that means, but it fits! You look just like I imagined. Yeah, you look just like a Hichan.
I wonder how long it'll take me to destroy everyone you loved. Hakamichi taps her fingers on the desk to get Misha's attention. They gesture back and forth to each other excitingly, their hands in a blur.
Ow! I've been clocked by your signing.
Misha seems a little overwhelmed with the conclusion of the episode.
Alright, love you, bye! Love you, bye-bye!
Even she seems confused at your voice.